I'm doing this again. This is the fourth video that I've made addressing this. And I'm gonna keep making it more and more clear and obvious and irrefutable. So hopefully with this one, we get to the point where I want at the end, seriously, a mathematician, all mathematicians, this is an open letter, an open video to all mathematicians, is to just show me where I'm wrong. Well, anyone who wants to take a crack at it, I'm going to go through this very meticulously, I think, and carefully, hopefully. And then I'll make statements, and then if you agree with the statements along the way, then when we get to the end, if you said that all of these statements are at least possible, right? None of the statements were impossible. If you figured that, yes, you agreed with all of them, or at least all of them were possible, or maybe even probable, then regardless of your belief systems or what you want the final truth to tell you, then you must agree with it, right? If you agree with the reasoning of a theory, then when you get to the end, then if the final conclusion is reasonable and follows that line of reasoning, then it must be valid and taken seriously and further investigated and tested, whatever, right? It has to be at least valid and begin to be discussed about. And you have to separate your belief systems and you want the final truth to reveal. You have to not want the truth to reveal anything that you want it to. You have to be able to sacrifice all of your beliefs, all of them, about everything, to finally see and realize the final truth. All right, so I'm going to resolve the question, is mathematics discovered or invented? Okay, so is math discovered or invented? Well, if mathematicians are asking that question, it must be both simultaneously, right? This is self-evident. I'm sure that that's the first check mark. Where's my marker? Should I check these off? So I mean, that's a pretty safe one, right? If people are asking if math is discovered or invented, then it's both simultaneously. It appears to be both simultaneously. Copy, Roger. All right. So now, so I had this theory, right? And then after I had the theory, it was revealed to me that what the theory was saying about mathematics is that it's a message, right? I was saying that mathematics is a message, that the number system is a message, before I realized that it was resolving the question. Okay? So, what is the state of a message that has been discovered but not yet properly interpreted? Right? Think of contact and arrival, like especially arrival, I would say, is that, right? So just think of it. This is just more reason. Just like, is the state, right? I realize that this is and this is the reason, like, what are the coincidences that my freaking theory would say that the number system is a message of samsara, and then afterwards I realized that it was answering the question, is math discovered or invented? Okay, so it's a message. Is the condition of a discovered message that is going through interpretation one of being both discovered and invented simultaneously? Well, yes, right? If I lose you there, that's okay. If I lose you at any of these, that's fine. I just want to know where you think my reasoning is breaking down. Not about what you believe, right? Just the fucking reasoning. Sorry, I'm getting agitated because this is the fourth time. I've been telling people this for months and months and months. The greatest mathematicians on the fucking planet, the most brilliant people who are supposed to be talking about this stuff and actually thinking about this stuff. I've presented it to them many, many times for many, many months now, and now I'm a little frustrated, so I'm going to try to calm down. Okay. So it's a message, right? Like, if we all agree, those who don't agree with that, goodbye, because that's the theory. Like, either you follow the questions and don't add on to it, but, I mean, that's a theory, right? It's like statement, yes or no. Are we going on or not? Is it at least possible? Is it a definite yes, or is it possible, or is it a definite no? Definite no, theory is done. You don't believe the theory, you think it's false, then that's fine. All right, so it's now what is the message, right? So it's still going through interpretation. That's what I'm saying. So the message has been discovered, and it's a message. Now again, I'm going to lose a lot of people here, but that's fine. This is required for the model. The model is saying that there is a creator. That's it. That's what the model says. So that's what I believe. Like, it fits. It fits my triune fundamental model of reality that there has to be a creator or some reality or source that is transcendent, that is the Tao. It's not a big secret. The Tao has been around for a long time. Okay. So, what is the message? So, now we go on to, all right, so discovered, right? A message has been discovered. All right, so the number system is the message. The natural number system is a linear expression of a cyclical process. So this is another one of these major statements that the buildings that Neo and Morpheus are jumping across to get to the final one. So this is one of them. The statement that the natural number system is a linear expression of a cyclical process. All right, if that's good, if you understand that, then we continue on. If you don't, then bye-bye, that's fine. And now here's another one. Here's another building, and this is a really big one. I'm going to lose a lot of people at this jump. That cyclical process is samsara, right? That's what I'm saying. So we probably all agree, I would imagine, that the number system, the natural number system, if you want the number line, is a linear expression of a cyclical process. It just keeps going forever. If you put numbers on the clock and just counted them over and over and over and the clock never ended, that's the linear, right? Okay, so now the next building that we're jumping to is that cyclical process is samsara, right? So that's it. That's where we're going. That's the message. It's a big deal. It's billions of people have believed or followed Hinduism and Buddhism, and they both have this samsara thing that's supposed to be telling us about the meaning of life, what life is all about, the reason for life, right? Yeah, thousands of years ago, samsara. Same message, same information, different language even. It's the language of math, different symbols, right? Oh, and this even gets wilder, right? So, all right, so yeah, it's not just, hey, you guys are in samsara. It's not that. It's also a map. So humanity is the 10, right? So we're the top of the food chain. We're the freaking bee's knees, right? We're the cat's burr. So we're the 10, right? We are, as far as we know, we are the highest evolutionary step, like spiritually, even like the highest level of self-awareness that we know of, right? So we're the 10. And that 10 is a transitionary period, right? It's the end of, if you think of the clock instead of the line, it's the end of one iteration. It's the end of one cycle, right? At 9, and then between 9 and 1, that would be the 1 0, right? So just imagine a clock, but the 1 0 is between the 9 and the 1. There's no 0. Okay. So 11, like, this is the map. This is what it's telling us. This is a message for humanity, showing us, hey, you guys are fucked up. I'm showing you where you're fucked up. This is where you are. I'm even showing you a little bit of where you are to right? So 11 is the redundancy of symbol. From the first cave painting, redundancy, right? 4-dimensional action, killing a freaking antelope. 2-dimensional writing, putting that experience on a 2-dimensional surface, so you can, or someone else can, re-experience that in a very, very small way, in a redundant fashion. So all of symbol is redundancy. Now think of every social media platform. Think of everything that's on the screen. That's 11. We're going into 11. Now, okay, I will probably lose a lot of people there too, but that's fine. If you don't believe this, that's fine. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. But don't tell me it's impossible, and don't fucking ignore me either, right? So if you say that's impossible, or you don't see you don't even see what I'm saying, I think you're fucking delusional. But I don't have a problem with you saying, I just don't believe it because I just think it's nonsense. It's possible, but I choose not to believe it. Fine. Keep believing that math, keep believing that 1 + 1 = 2. I don't care. All right. So everything on the screen is a lesser redundancy, and 10 is a transitionary period, and that means death. So 10 is the extinction of the species. That's what it is. And that's not too wild of a prediction, is it? Like, that's not a wild prophecy to be making at this point, is it? All right, so, and transmission of the collective consciousness into the hardware software system. So right now we have this mind-body problem, right? Well, the mind-body spirit, has to be spirit in there, and that's why there's a mind-body problem, but never mind. So mind-body spirit, it'll be hardware software spirit. See, same spirit, same awareness that's interacting with